What's going on, e-biker? So it's a bit of the winter here in January in the Northeast, and it's not great riding weather, I'll tell you that much. It's been in the 20s and 30s here in Connecticut, and I've been having trouble finding time to ride or finding a day to ride. But today, I want to do a project for you. We're going to take this Cyrusher Rumble and make it my daily driver with a 30 amp hour battery in the back. Now, I have that battery already on my Espinesta. This bike here has 1,000 miles on it. It's over 3 years old. And I think it's time to retire it and move on to the Rumble. I'll tell you why. I'll get into it next on the channel. Let's go. All right, so here's the bikes. I had this e-bike on my channel many times. You can go back and watch the original dual battery install here. We're going to actually take this bag and the battery. And I have a 20 amp hour I'm going to replace it with. So in a different bag. This is going to go onto that. And I've already unplugged got the controller out there. We'll get into that. But the reason why I'm doing this is, the bike's about 3 years old. It only goes 24 miles an hour, so it's like a 2.5, class 2.5, whereas the Cyrusher goes 28. Okay. And this only comes with a 10 amp hour battery, so I added a 32 for 40. Once we add it to the Cyrusher, we're going to have 48 amp hours of battery power there. So it's going to be even more long range. And that's why I wanted to do this swap here. So this is part one of the Cyrusher upgrade. So today's just the battery. But I'm going to actually change all the touch points on it. This is the pedals, the grips, and all that stuff up there. We'll do a second video on that. But I really like the look of the Cyrusher Rumble. For $9.99, I think it's a great bike. If this were my first e-bike out of the box, I would have been ecstatic with it because it's good looking. It's got a nice gloss black paint job. It's got 20 by 4 inch tires. It's got a decent shock up front. And just overall really great components that Cyrusher put out here. So we're going to take it and go with a black and white theme on some of the accessories. But I'm looking forward to adding a bigger battery to this thing and making it my kind of daily driver for 2025. Look at the controller. It's an XT60 connector. So I had to order some XT60 to XT90 extensions because my battery up there has an XT90 connector on it. So that's what these are for. So we're going to unpop that wire right there. One's coming from the battery and then going into the controller. And then I've got my harness here. So shout out to Matt at Electric All Wheel. electricallwheel.com. He sells these awesome dual battery kits, and I got a few of these. That's why this is possible. This is a 30 amp one DX2, and I've got it all set up here. So I actually had to put some extensions on it to make it longer so it would fit. Yeah, this is what we're working with here. So this is going to sit inside the bag because there's no room here in the controller box. The battery slides right over this. So I have to make the connections here, run the wires down through the little hole there, and then up into the battery right here. Okay, so I'm going to unplug this. Okay, this is for the battery. This is for the controller. So that's the wrong end. I need a female connector. I've got two males, so I got an issue here. This is a male, and so is this. So I need a connector. All right, I got the female extension. So now we're gonna plug this in. Okay. So that's the controller coming out. I should do the wiring for this first, so let me take this off. That needs to come out more. Out the bottom. Okay. And then this is a female. And my battery out is a female too, so I got the same problem here. But I've got another one right here. Male to female. Wrong way. And now this goes in here. Now I'm gonna have to route this properly though, so I need to do this underneath the bike essentially. Okay, step one's complete. Here's the dual battery connector right here. And you got the 3 lines going out to the batteries and 1 to the controller. This is the charge port for the second battery. They're coming in through a little hole I made in my bag, and it wraps down, zip tied here, zip tied, I probably zip tie these here, but down here as well. And you can see here, this is I think this is coming from the controller right here, and the other one is the battery, also coming out from underneath here. Here's a look underneath the e-bike here. I'm gonna put some shrink wrap around the XT60s just for some safe measure, but that's what it looks like there. And as you can see, the bike turns on. If I pop out the second battery, the bike will stay on. So let me do that now. I can run on either battery or both, obviously. But I'm gonna pop that out. Okay, now it's off. And as you can see, the bike is still on, powered by that second battery back here. So when it comes to the controller here, you have the 2 batteries going in, and you have the controller going on the out. Okay, so that's why you set it up. So out to the controller, and then in with the 2 batteries. And now my Cyrusher is set up for 48, 18 here, 30 in the rear. That's 40. I think that's 2,304 amp hours of battery life. So I should get 100 miles on this e-bike pretty easily in PS2, roughly. That's step 1. Step 2, we're gonna do some mods on this thing. We're gonna change it out, putting the suspension seat post in, a bunch of stuff up here on the handlebars, and stay tuned for part 2, the Cyrusher Rumble makeover. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll put all the links to the parts I have in the description. Again, shout out to Matt over at Electric All Wheel for all the components here, the wiring. I need to buy some extra XT60 to XT90 connections, as well as some additional XT60 male to male, female to female. I may need some of those as well on your project, but yeah, pretty easy mod. And check them out at electricallwheel.com. Put a link in the description.